Hello everyone, welcome to ARC Automation Studio. This is Inderpreet Shokar, analyst at ARC Advisory Group, and today we are going to discuss the industrial analytics market. And to discuss the topic with us today, we have Mike Guilfoyle. Mike is Research Director at ARC Advisory Group and also the lead author of a recently published study on industrial analytics. Welcome, Mike. Thank you so much for your time today. Mike, to start off, we would like to talk about the recent report that you finished on analytics. Mike, analytics is a complicated topic in itself. So can you please talk about the scope and share with all of us why you took a broader approach to analytics versus homing in on a specific technique like machine learning?
So the main challenge associated with analytics is really the vast scope of the subject and the many functionalities inherent in not just generating data, but translating that into useful insight and then consuming that data as an analytic. So for this report, we took a broad view of the methods that can be used to deliver analysis. So this would include enhancements to well-known statistical methods, data mining, and visualization, and then to techniques that include complex models, streaming data, and of course the use of machine learning. The market study is specifically targeted at analytics solutions that are designed to serve industrial infrastructure and smart city operational processes. But we did give some leeway to accommodate the many ways analytics can be delivered to support those operational processes. So if you look at the solutions included in the report, they're delivered really via one or more of the following. So standalone analytics solutions, multi-purpose platforms, or purpose-built analytics that focus specifically on industrial processes.
Thank you, Mike. Mike, when it comes to analytics, what do you think are the most pressing issues for those wanting to leverage the full benefits analytics can provide?
So as I mentioned, many of these companies are really looking to modernize, but they're struggling with moving digital transformation initiatives, particularly analytics, beyond proof of concept or pilots to really full-scale core competency. So it's not just about scaling the solution, it's really about integrating that as a core competency in the business. Um, so if you look at the maturity model here, which we discuss in the study, you can notice that really long, hard slog in the middle for those seeking to identify analytics expertise and transition that expertise into a set of core competencies. And really, in our view, only a very small portion of the market has actually reached this middle stage. And the main reason why is companies struggle, it has to do with challenges in work culture, frankly. So it's much more people oriented than it is technology oriented. So for these organizations, transformation has really remained elusive for the most part. And the cost and effort of doing so often can't be adequately justified to support the investment and experimentation needed to demonstrate a return. So what that leads to is these companies being hampered by their own transactional leadership, their culture of decision making, that really requires this very burdensome level of justification prior to action, which is strange because fundamentally transformation is different, and these operational people are being tasked with trying to figure out how to transform in a way that they've using methods that they've never used before. So how do you prove something that you haven't done before? On the other hand, companies that are really successful in scaling analytics, they just simply have a different approach. And we really discuss those details at length in this study.
Thank you so much, Mike. That was very helpful. Mike, we would like to know a little bit more about this study. So, given the expansive nature of the market and the view you took of it, what other key topics are covered in this study?
So as I mentioned in the scope, we really took a broad approach to analytics because I really think you have to do that in order to understand how it can be deployed successfully in an organization. So we focused on strategic issues, organizational issues, as well as functional issues. We cover 30 functional components and 64 subcomponents of analytics and discuss them in detail. Really talk about some of the key distinctions in machine learning, which is really important as machine learning is a focus for operational analytics these days. We talk about how most of the market is focused on operational excellence and what that means, and then really how companies can transition to competitive excellence, because that's truly what digital transformation is about. How do you use your intellectual property, your unique values to compete better in the market versus your competition. We also talk about product and process customer engagement models for analytics. We go through strategies for buyers and suppliers, and we also talk about 70 solution providers and provide 20 plus profiles for those solution providers. And of course, we go through typical ARC data on market size and forecast. So it's a very comprehensive look at analytics, no matter which method or approach that you're trying to implement in your organization.
Thank you so much for your time today, Mike. We really appreciate it. So, this concludes our discussion for today. We hope this discussion was helpful. We encourage all the audience members that if they have any question on the topic, you can reach out to our lead on the subject, Mike Guilfoyle, directly. Thank you everyone for your time and have a great day.